Hello everybody, this is Jenny with craftingwithjenny.com. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today's project we're going to be making these cute treat boxes. Now I'm sure you've seen these before, but I just wanted to give them a little bit of an update for Valentine's Day. So the paper that I used on these boxes is from the Love Blossoms Designer Series paper stack. And as you can see, there's a bunch of cute different designs. So for today's project, you're going to be needing the Bloom and Love stamp set. You're also going to be needing the large number framelit dies for the banner. Right, you're also going to be needing your Stampin' Trimmer or scoreboard. And also you're going to be needing your envelope punch board. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to pull these aside. As you can see, I've made a bunch of these. So this is the paper that we're going to use today. So I went ahead and already scored it for the sake of the video, so it goes much faster. But what I did want to tell you is this paper is going to measure 4.5 by 6. So one of the sides you're going to leave as it comes with the paper stack, but you're only going to cut one side down. But what's most important is if you have a pattern that's going a certain way, you want to be sure that the pattern is exactly the way it should be going lengthwise, so that when you fold it up, you'll see the pattern is exactly how it should be. Okay, so once you have your paper down to those measurements, you're going to bring in your scoreboard, and you're going to score the short side at 1 inches, 2 inches, 3 inches, and 4 inches. And then you're going to go ahead and flip your paper, and then you're going to put it, you're going to score at 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 1.5 inches, and then you're also going to score at 4.5 inches, 5 inches, and 5.5 inches. Okay. And all these measurements are going to be on my blog, so you don't have to worry about that right now. But once you have everything scored, go ahead and bring your bone folder out and crisp up those lines a little bit. Okay. And then for the 3 short ones, what you're going to want to do is fold it in half, or fold it over like that, then fold it back on itself, and then fold it back over so it's like a mountain valley mountain fold. You're going to do the same thing on the other side, and this just helps it bend the way it's going to go once we finish doing the punching that we do. Okay, so your paper should look like that. Okay. All right, now you want to bring in your envelope punch board, and on the side where we did the 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, and 4 inch, you're just simply going to want to fold it over and go ahead and put it into your into your envelope punch board. You're going to want to line it up so that the middle score is in the middle of the punch. But something that I found a little bit easier is just line it up just a hair shy of the 1 inch mark up here and punch, and your punches will come out perfect. Okay, so I'm going to go through and do this one side. And I found that it was easier to do it this way so that all my punches were uniform. And it that way, and then again. Alright, and then what you're going to be left with is this, there's going to be one of the long sides. You're going to need to punch that as well. So there you go, it should look exactly like that. Then flip over your paper and do the same thing. Line it up with that middle score line in the middle of the punch, or simply line it up just a hair shy of that 1 inch mark on your envelope punch board. Okay, so when you're finished, I'm going to bring in my fast fuse, and what you're going to want to do is this side that had the little score over here, I simply bring my fast fuse in, and then, oh, I got a little bit on my mat, and I don't want to do that. Okay, and you're going to simply fold that over, and just like that. So you have it looking like that. Okay. And then what you're gonna do is you'll go ahead and set that aside. You're gonna want to bring in, you're gonna want to either punch out one of these banners or go ahead and stamp a piece of Whisper White and then punch it out later. But for this banner today, we're going to be using Rose Red and Blushing Bride. So I think I'm going to go with the Rose Red for the banner. So I'm going to try and get this lined up as best as I can. Alright. And then I'll open the Blushing Bride. And for this one, I'm using the Love You stamp, but there's, as you can see, there was a bunch of different ones that you could use. Alright, perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and close up our ink now. Now when you attach this to the box, what you're going to want to use is dimensionals. But what I always do is use the end of the dimensionals, you know, the ones that are always left over. I have a whole stack of them that for some reason I never remember to use, but now that I've just redone my craft room, I have them sitting in a drawer right next to me, so it's a little bit easier to use them. Okay, so you're just going to want to put the dimensionals on the back right there. Now to close up your box, you can use ribbon or baker's twine or anything that you want. For today's, I'm going to be using the baker's twine like I did on all the other boxes. Let me pull that in here. And I believe I cut these at 8 inches to make it perfect for cutting a tiny little bow. Alright, now this is the fun part. Let's see if I can do this on camera. Now you don't want to pull it too tight because you will rip the paper, but okay, and then I always just tie a really big bow and then fiddle with it a little bit and then cut off the ends. Alright, so let's see if we can do that again. Okay, let's try that one more time. Seems like whenever you need to tie a bow on camera, it never really works out the way it's supposed to. Okay, and then again, pull those strings till you have them the way you want. And then simply bring in your scissors and cut off the length. Okay, perfect. Okay, and then go ahead and remove the back of the dimensionals. And there you go. See? Simple, easy, and it's very fast. I made a few of them for my coworkers to give out. Now these boxes, I normally put like some kind of chapstick or some of the lifesavers or some of the gum that comes in the, what do I want to say, the circle long tubes that have gum in them. So these would be super cute and a perfect way to use up all that paper. Now, if you have any questions on the project that I made for you today, please feel free to contact me. Go ahead and visit my blog at craftingwithjenny.com. All the measurements and supplies are going to be listed out there for you. Now, if you already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, make sure you contact them if you need a catalog. However, if you don't have a demonstrator already, I would love to earn your business. Please contact me, let me know that you'd like a catalog, and I'd be happy to help you. Thank you so much for joining me today. Bye-bye.